wanted to come and share. Um, I was gonna do a testimony, but I don't think we're gonna talk about something different. Okay. So me, I am a young female, and this is just totally transparent. Because I just want you to know God can love you too. God not can, He loves you too. Anywho, growing up, I had a not normal childhood. My childhood was not constant with my mom or dad. Unfortunately, I was raised by my aunt, who has passed on. But as a kid, we lived right next to a church, and I always would like go there and just be a little, like, okay, curious, like what's going on over there, right? We would never go to church. We went once, or maybe I went twice. Once was for a funeral, and once was just to go with my cousin because she wanted to go. But other than that, and I remember I would walk to school, elementary. I would walk to my elementary, it's up the street. And I remember coming out, walking, getting ready to walk home, and someone was outside, and they were handing out the New Testaments, like little short version, not short, but small version Bibles. It was just the New Testament. I believe it could have been, I think it was just but it was one of those little small, like, pocket Bibles. So I took one. I went home, and I tried reading it. And I just remember I believe I read about the Holy Ghost or His Spirit, and I remember laying down and like, God, please fill me up. And I think since that day, God has been in my life. So I'm gonna fast forward to my high school time. Freshman year, I met a friend. We became really close friends. Like literally at her house every day, and then I started going to church with her. And you know me, because you know my voice, and you know the stories. Keep my identity anonymous, because things I share have not been shared with a lot of people. Okay. So, I went to church one day with her, and the person who was up was a female preacher. To keep me and my identity hidden, I won't say who she was. But I just remember being in awe, like, oh my gosh, like I love God, like God is anything, I love God. So I would go to church every day faithfully, sleepovers, praise dance, speaking, like luncheons, retreats. I was there, and if we had nothing to do, I was still at one of my friend's house. And then I remember being in church sleepover one day, and as a young girl, marriage is heavenly, ready, and I just remember feeling so inadequate, like no one's gonna want to marry me. I can't do what these people are saying. I can't cook like that. This is me as a kid, okay? And so, the devil mess with you, whatever you had. He'll get in your mind. You gotta stay steadfast. And for me, I did it. I let the devil win, saying that instance. And I started pulling back from church. I stopped going because I just felt so inadequate. I felt like I wasn't good enough or none of that, so I stopped going to church. Then I met somebody at the age of 22. I met somebody, all, it was love, you know, and then I won't say I was pressured into having a kid or getting pregnant, but I wasn't ready, but I was, yeah, anyway. And then it just seemed like after being pregnant, everything turned, like the abuse, the verbal abuse, the cheating, everything just started taking a turn. It took a turn for the worse, y'all. And at this time, you know, my mom had already texted me and she was like, hey, you know, I don't think this is the one for you. And me, you know, are you like, well, you know, I think it's okay. I'm pregnant and this is my first baby and I'm really happy too. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. It was, I didn't want to give up for it. Anywho, the whole time, God still. And then I remember things got so bad for me, you know, it got so bad to the point where I wanted to die. You know, and I distanced myself from people. I distanced myself from my closest friends because of things that the devil told me or was making me believe, oh, they don't care about you, or, you know, better than you, and still to this day, I don't have my friends back, but it was a lesson learned, and I pray every day to God to restore those friendships because I know I was wrong. But when you are dealing with things mentally, sometimes those win. Okay, and so you guys have to show people grace. To show grace, and I'm gonna cut it off here, and then I'll be back. Let's see more. Love you guys. Peace.